It is Friday, and every Friday, Nick at Night does really big things. For example, Weeknight up there with Muller, which is coming up right now, has a bunch of surprises. For resource check at Rocket World 10, Diamond.Cammy, Rebecca K. Netta, Anastasia Kane, and her boyfriend Kyle K. Animation. And the one and only Miss Anna Gale. Yes. Fabrice, what we have for the kids and for everyone else. Yes.
After tonight's Weeknight update episode, we get everything ready for Monday, for it will be the anniversary of two people having made their debuts on Weeknight update on that day last year. Get ready, folks, it's going to be amazing. And to wrap tonight's program up, let's say goodbye to the Christmas trees, for those who still have one in the house. Christmas is over since last month, removed it already.
That's right, so, what? This is Nick at Night, and we are here for you. Before we get started with tonight's show, I just want to say this, alright? Meatloaf and Louis Anderson have been very, very, very iconic. They're very iconic. Louis Anderson, very iconic in the stand-up comedy circuit. Life with Louis animated show and Family Feud. You know, following Ray Combs and Richard Dawson. Tough act to follow, but he did it graciously and gracefully. And the other one, Meatloaf, he is a rock and roller, but he had a lot of ballads and everything else, and his songs from the 70s until late 80s or so, early 90s, you know, they really are catchy. You know, they make you want to sing along and things like that, you know? So they will obviously be missed. Alright, let's take a beat for them, moment of silence. This past year, so far, and it's only been 3 weeks, we have had more celebrity deaths, within the last 3 weeks than we have ever had before. And yes, we should all, love our lives and love one another and things like that. But we should also be very careful, all right? Because we don't want to leave this planet too soon, all right? And all those people who I've mentioned over the past 3 weeks, Louis Anderson and Meatloaf included, they left us way too soon. Way too soon. Alright? So rest in peace to Louis Anderson and Meatloaf. I'll have special tributes to Betty White and Bob Saget later on in the show. But right now, let's get on with the show. Hey, you don't see too many great late night talk shows on TV anymore. You really don't. I mean, every late night talk show is practically the same. There's only one show that can give you something that's different from all the rest. Weeknight Update with Ellie Muller. It's starting now. Let's go.
From the YouTube Dog Show. No, this isn't an ice skating rink. It's Weeknight Update with Ellie Muller. And now, a man who thinks that ice skating is so dangerous, it'll take many months for you to recover from the huge fall, Mr. Ellie Muller. Ha! Welcome to Weeknight Update. I'm Ellie Muller. It's over, guys. Help us. Alright, the theme song is composed by Baby Lamb Creations. Diamond.Cammy made the bumpers, and Fabrice Check at Rocket made the previews. Tonight's Shoutout Spotlight winners wait a minute. Diamond.Cammy and Fabrice Check at Rocket 10. They are two of our Shoutout Spotlight winners tonight. They're both great editors, they're both great animators, they're both great editors and everything else. They are amazing. Anastasia Jane, great singer, great voiceover artist and things like that. Kawamake Animation, great animator and everything else. You know, Rebecca K. Oneta, K. Swagger Vortex 733VA Studios. Great storyteller, great animator, music composer and things like that. Hannah Gale, great singer, great comedian, and wonderful person to talk to. Mao Kevin, you know what, great musician. Mr. M, great voiceover guy, and the only guy who can make fan edits funnier than ever before, Spec Spire Ken. And I just want to say right off the bat, before we go too far, Louis Anderson and Meatloaf both died today. You know what? Meatloaf is this great. Meatloaf is a great singer and songwriter from the 70s and 80s, and Louis Anderson is a great comedian who also hosted a Family Feud and everything else. They're both great people. All right. So please check out their work. If you haven't done so already. And please, pay respect. Give them some respect, will you? Alright, what's up? What's up with ice skating? A very slippery sport. Why, it's true. Ice skating began with rib bones as skates in Scandinavia in 1000 BCE. Why? It's a very cold place. Do you know that? Look, in Scandinavia, the temperatures will drop so low, they'll take at least 95 layers of clothing and 89 hats just to keep yourselves temporarily warm. And here's something else for you. Someone said that you should never look down while you're skating. Hold up. Skating has nothing to do with flying. I mean, come on. Do we need to spread our arms for that too? I mean, come on. Jeez Louise. MP, it's time once again for another top 8 list. Here we go. Okay, what's the category? Tonight's category, top 8 things or words that people can associate, whatever, with ice skating. Once again, top 8 things or words that people can associate with ice skating. Number 8, cold. Number 7, dangerous. Number 6, smooth. Number 5, ice. Number 4, falling. Number 3, slipping. Number 2, freezing. And number 1, chill. Interesting. Those are the top 8 things or words that people can associate with ice skating. Or associate. Whatever. Did I say it right? Whatever. If I messed up with everything, I'm sorry, but everything is going loopy on a Friday night. You're telling me, MP. We'll be back. We have so much more to get to. Season 1 finale of the Hall of Wonders, Talking Time, and the experiments with so many big surprises. You don't want to miss it. Right now, here it is, your Violent Night. You're still watching Weeknight Update.
Who ate my fries? Lapis?
I don't like fries.
Pearl?
I don't like food.
Steven? It was Amethyst.
Yeah, it was.
Listen to viewers across the land say, hey, make mine the Nick at Night brand.
Non-slip shows for viewer attraction, tops in friendly satisfaction.
What do we mean by friendly satisfaction? Good TV all night, every night. And that's just what Nick at Night delivers.
Big TV pleasure in every bite. Make the switch to Nick at Night.
Brand reruns.
Hi, I'm installing the carpet here for Mrs. Nelson. You know, Mrs. Nelson, she's no fool. She could go out to buy carpet, right, to somewhere they got a big showroom and lots of overhead, but she just picked up the phone and called Empire.
588-2300.
That's the Empire carpet number, and Empire brought all those big samples right to her house, including nylon pile carpet from $6.95 a yard. $6.95, and that's fully installed by professional installers. 2 days later, I'm here putting in the carpet. Mrs. Nelson can't believe I'm here already. Oh, and you can get credit, too. And no installment payments for 60 days. And look, if you call 588-2300 right now, you get this Bissell rug shampooer with your order. Now, how can you beat that? Carpet from $6.95, installed, with padding, free shampooer, credit if you want it, and you never leave home.
588-2300 Empire.
Why don't you call right now?
Mr. Edward Scott and the boys. Ed, how you doing, that boy? I'm doing alright. Man, we've lost so many celebrities this past year already. I know, and 2022 isn't even a month old yet. I know. I mean, we lost Betty White. Well, she died at the end of last year, but we were running in 2022 when that happened, so what can you do? Then we lost Sidney Poitier. Then we lost Bob Saget. And now we lost Louis Anderson and Meatloaf. What's next? Buddy, I have no idea. All I gotta say is we gotta appreciate the lives that we're living and all the people who we are sharing our lives with, okay? You know, the best way to, the best kind of association that people should have, with life. Of course, our Heavenly Father and our Savior, right? We gotta have those people in our lives, right? Exactly, because without them, where would we be? Exactly. And we should also appreciate our families and our friends. You better believe it. And speaking of appreciation, and speaking of appreciating the good things, here we go. It's time for the season 1 finale of the Hall of Wonders. Here we go.
Disclaimer, the Hall of Wonders is kind of like dog soup on E! Animation Network, but it does have some weird jokes. That is a certain thing, so please enjoy this. We worked so hard on this.
Well, everyone, this is it. This is the season 1 finale of the Hall of Wonders. I've got to say, this show had a good run, and it had a lot of good moments.
I cannot believe that Joke Shoutout is returning next week. Time really passed by really fast. We did not even notice it.
Yeah, time flies. We have had a lot of fun doing this replacement show for Joke Chowder.
I'm glad you did. But wait, I got better news. You guys and everyone else who works on Hall of Wonders will join the Kinnears next week when Joke Chowder returns. Really? Yes, indeed. I mean, come on. We were to scrap all of you once the show's over, then it would be a waste of time and a waste of potential.
That's awesome. But I want to know, do you believe the Hall of Wonders will return for a second season?
Well, based on how people love the Hall of Wonders, I have a feeling they will have a second season. I need to talk about that with Fabrice. I could tell that was his favorite part of Weeknight Update.
Speaking of him, do you know how we could celebrate the anniversary of the day he joined the Not Ready for Late Night Players team?
That's indeed a good question. I have to think about something. Of course, his debut was around February, but it was announced that he had joined Nick at Night on January 24th of 2021. Thank you for reminding me that.
I hope he's alright. Last time we checked, he did not look too good.
Guys, you won't believe what the tiny kids are doing with their loved ones.
Are they trying to skate?
Yeah, but they're very cold now. It's really messed up. Look! Help! We're frozen and we can't get off the ice. We fell down on the ice while trying to do some tricks. Help!
Should we get them back inside before we start the show?
Yeah.
Let's roll the titles for the final time this season.
Let's go.
From the icy Nickelodeon Studios in the glorious Orlando, Florida, Nick at Night proudly presents the season 1 finale of the Hall of Wonders. This morning, jokes and drawings and jokes about ice skating, plus the Tiny Kids, Don Mercado, Olivia Guitar, Tails, and Susan Kane. And now, 4 people who are about to go to Nick at Night's ice skating party. Dave and Jasmina Aladdin, Mr. Tables, and Mr. Swift.
Good morning! Welcome to the Hall of Wonders. It's our big season 1 finale, and we are so glad to see you before we close the museum temporarily. My name is Dave Aladdin.
I'm Jasmine Aladdin.
You can call me Mr. Tables.
And I'm Mr. Swift. We're going to talk about ice skating this morning.
Ice skating is very interesting.
Yeah, especially when it is being done correctly.
Yes, indeed. Now let's have some drawing time, will you? Did you know that ice skating was developed in Scandinavia in the year 1000 BCE? It's true, the first skates were made out of reindeer bones. Wow, that'll make Bob Barker mad.
Here is an ice skating tip for beginners. Don't look down and keep looking up. Wait, isn't that supposed to be a tip for overcoming your fear of heights?
While that is true, you have to remember that there are a lot of people who are afraid of ice skating. To those people who are afraid of ice skating, let me tell you something. Try and get some advice from Kyrell and Anastasia.
Moving on from that, I think that it's time for our bonus drawing.
Bonus drawing. Bonus drawing. Bonus drawing. Bonus drawing. Bonus drawing.
Ah, shut up, Tails, will you?
People love to ice skate every winter because people love the sight of doing it. Well, you don't want to be hurt. So, let me tell you this. Always be careful and don't get hurt.
Also be frozen.
Yeah, no joke.
We were trying to escape, but it was so cold outside that we could only freeze.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so am I. Is there anything that we can do?
Guys, they're in huge blocks of ice right now.
How?
Don't ask. We have to wrap this thing up.
Yeah, we have to get ready to help the Cadeers with the season 2 premiere of Joe Chowder. I'm glad to hear that we're still getting to be a part of Weeknight Update. Yeah!
Well, before we go, we want to thank every single one of you for an amazing season. We're so happy to have some fun times with you. We don't know when the Hall of Wonders will return, but we will see you next week on Joke Chowder.
Yes, we will. For now, we have to tell you that the museum is now closed.
This has been the season finale of the Hall of Wonders. Now back to Weeknight Update's Ice Skating Spectacular. Please stay tuned for Ice Skating themed episodes of Otherworld Romance, Your Mail Time in the Morning Show starring Rebel Wilson. It's all still to come on Nick at Night.
Never leave your shoes on the ice. Also, never wear shoes on the ice.
That's why we wear skates on the ice.
The Hall of Wonders got escaped from a guy who led the Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando at Universal Studios, Florida. Expected to make a grand return in the future.
Thanks for hiring us to help you out, Rocky Road 10.
Yes, you made us feel happy.
We will be back for more. Woo!
at your command. Hello out there from TV land. Nick at Night brings it home to you.
Now, that was amazing. Yeah, that was the season 1 finale of the Hall of Wonders. The season 1 finale of the Hall of Wonders. Season 2 of the Hall of Wonders will be coming in the not too distant future. Meanwhile, starting next week, Joe Chowder will be back in business. And I just got word that Diamond and Becky Kinnear are now looking at brand new hairstyles for season 2 of Joe Chowder. So be on the lookout for those hairstyles. First, it's time for a little talking time. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Okay. Now, tonight, we're going to talk about ice skating. And this is very interesting. There are some fun facts about the ice skating. Hey, Adam, come here. We're talking about ice skating tonight, man. Now, here's the interesting part about ice skating, okay? Now, ice skating, as you know, it's all about, putting on some skates, getting on the ice skating rink and just skating along. Of course, sometimes, when you mix, sometimes when you mix skating, sometimes when you mix ice with human beings, sometimes it can get you into a lot of trouble. Alright? So this here, the ice skating was developed in Scandinavia in 1000 BCE. The first skates were made from shank or rib bones of elk, oxen, reindeer, and other animals. So the next time that you sing the song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer at a Christmas party, remember Scandinavia and ice skates? Then over time, those ice skates were improved. As a matter of fact, Dutch Brits depict skates with metal blades. Then the metal portion of the skates were fastened to a wooden base or footplate. Then E.W. Bushnell of Philadelphia introduced the all-steel skate, which replaced the cumbersome wooden footplate. And that is the type of ice skate that we have today. Those are the now we got those types of skates. But do you really want us to be on the ice? No! We're just going to get hurt. Meanwhile, listen to this, okay? These are the ice skating tips. Alright, for all the beginners. Alright, first one, most of them are very straightforward, alright? Get some good skates, warm up slowly, tie skates the right way, just like tying shoes. Get some lessons, don't lean backwards, things like that, right? But there's one tip, and it's the first one on this page, right, that really stalled me. Don't look down. This tip continues. It's amazing how many people starting out in skating spend all their time looking at their feet rather than in the direction that they are going. Instead, keep your head up and look in front of you so at least you can see who or what you are about to collide with. Now, I understand, keeping your head straight forward, But don't keep your head up. Because if you keep your head all the way up like this, right, and you're skating, you're going to get hurt. Alright? So, like this, okay? Don't look all the way up. Don't look all the way down. Alright? Of course, the problem is, you know, when you want... How do I put this delicately? You know, one of the tips for ice skating almost looks like, you know, a tip for people who want to fly. Which, by the way, human beings can't fly. Human beings cannot fly. We cannot flap our wings and take flight. We can't do that. Only birds can do that. And even then, you know, some birds can't even do that either. And I mean, for crying out loud. It is just plain ridiculous. And also, apparently, Adam's a little preoccupied. So, what can you do? So, in all honesty, you know, if you're going to ice skate, be careful. And if you're afraid of ice skating, don't do it. You know, it's not worth, you know, falling down the ice and then going over to the doctors immediately afterwards. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Alright. That is it for tonight's extravaganza. Thank you so much for being here. The ending experiments are coming up right now. A whole lot of surprises. And then on Monday, we got a new week of shows lined up. You know, and it will end not only with the season 2 premiere of Joe Crowder, but also the first Interview Land episode of 2022. You know, it's exciting. You know, we have a lot going on. Alright? And there might be some other surprises in the weeks and months ahead. Alright? Now, if you want to be a part of Week Update, you know, then please comment down below. Alright? We'll have some more information on that very soon as well. So be on the lookout for all that as well. But in the meantime, enjoy the weekend and the ending experiments, and I'll see you on Monday. That's the news. I'm out skis. Bye bye. The ending experiments are starting now. Surprises, comedy, and a whole lot of other stuff. Don't miss it. Folks, as you know, alright, from time to time, there will be some random things that we do here on Weeknight Update that will require some more help. Alright, and sometimes I would have to make this message. This is one of those times. Alright, as you know, Joe Crowder is coming back next week as a sketch series, and we're all very excited about it. But we need more people to pitch in. Alright, so if you or anyone you know, happens to be interested, if you happen to be interested in joining the Not for Late Night Players here on Weeknight Update, or if you know somebody who wants to be on Weeknight Update, then please comment down below, you know, and please let us know as soon as possible. Alright? You know, I mean, we already got, you know, Diamond Academy on board, Fabrice Orch, aka Rockable 10, Anastasia Jane, Aurora K Animation, and Hannah Gale, and Rebecca K. Onetta on board. You know, but we need more people. Alright? Because, you know, Mo Kevin, you know, hasn't been on the show for quite some time, and neither has Mr. M, and it seems unlikely they will come back. You know, if they were going to come back, then they would have told me, you know, sooner. But what can you do? At any rate, please let us know ASAP if you want to be a part of the show, or if you know somebody who wants to be on the show. All right, please. Thanks. Hey folks, listen. You know, we're around here on Weeknight Update are very excited because Joe Keller's coming back next week. That's right, next week. And we thought that we would talk to someone who we've never really had a chance to interview on the show yet. His name is Diamond.Cammy. You have called him Cam Cam. You know, but we, aka everybody on the staff of Weeknight, they call him Cameron. So, let's talk to the man we call Cameron, aka Diamond.Cammy, aka whatever. Let's just get on with it, shall we?
Hello, Greenies! Cam Cam of Diamond.Cammy. Although I can't say hello, Greenies, because I'm doing this interview for Kangi Muller and Rocky Bro 10. Big shout out to them for letting me do this interview, and the interview was actually my idea all along, and I'm going to try my very best to be honest with these answers, because, you know, I don't like lying. And so, Kangi Muller, hit me with your questions.
Cameron, thank you so much for joining us on the program. Actually, thanks for coming back. How did you fall in love with YouTube, and how did you get started making videos?
Well, actually, I started making videos back in August 12th, 2015, which is actually a long time ago, as of 2022. And back then, I was a really huge fan of Looney Tunes. And I started to do something wacky and random by playing on GarageBand and making up Looney Tunes remix. And some of my in real life friends and in real life people in my life started to love what I was doing. They said that I should post it on YouTube, and so I did. And my channel was really small back then, and so it took a while to like get used to the feel, and it took a while to get like views on there and actual subscribers. Back then I didn't really have any subscribers, and that was actually back when I had a different username. I won't say any specifics because I don't want to.
Interesting. Very interesting. Now, Sonic Harmonic did a really great job during the big New Year's Eve edition of Weeknight Update, and I can't thank you and all the people enough for making it happen. How did Sonic Harmonic come about? How did it come about?
Well, the origins of Sonic Harmonic you can see on YouTube, and it's basically Sonic running through the fields, and he had his phone with him, and he started recording everybody singing, like Tails. He first recorded Tails while he was building his biplane and beatboxing. He recorded Amy. He secretly recorded Amy singing a love song to him. He recorded he recorded Knuckles and cleaning the Master Emerald without without him noticing that he was being recorded. And then Rouge started recording herself, and she had a live stream of her own, and she was bragging about how she's the best jewel stealer. And Sonic just stole like her belongings, her Chaos Emerald, and her phone. You shouldn't really steal others' phones. It's illegal. It could get you into jail. And the next group he recorded was Team Chaotix, and they were just having a good time. And they started singing their theme song from Sonic Heroes. And Sonic tricked Shadow into singing All of Me, which really got Shadow upset. And let me just summarize this. Sonic went home. His friends got mad at him. He quickly organized this Sonic Harmonic group that we all know today. And that's how we came about here. And that's how you have Don't You Worry About a Thing from last year.
Interesting. Very, Very interesting. Now you have been great friends with both Rebecca, aka Rebecca Kayonetta, and Simon, aka Babyland Creations, long before you met me. How did the three of you meet?
Well, Rebecca, I met Rebecca back in last year, 2021, and she is a phenomenal voice actor. Shout out to her too. And she is originally the voice of Miss Becky in Joke Chowder, which is now married to Diamond Kinnear. That's not me, by the way. Don't mistake it. I'm Camp Cam the Rabbit. And anyway, she is the voice of what we now call Becky Kinnear because she was married to Diamond Kinnear. And let's just say we automatically became friends. As for Simon, I was a really, really big supporter on his channel. And I subscribed to his content because I thought his content was so cool. And there was this little video I did which got inspired by one of Simon's musical mashups that he used to do, or I think he still does it, but I don't quite remember. I think he still does it. But anyway, there is this recent Woody Woodpecker movie that just came out, and I was really, really excited that they put the Everybody Thinks I'm Crazy song in there. And I really loved the movie. I did. I really did. So I decided to make a mashup. It was way before content was demonetized because of copyright. I could like post anything I want. It used to be a broadcast yourself kind of app, which is no longer an app where you can like post anything you want. But anyway, Woody Woodpecker was a thing, and I took the original 1941 song and mashed it up with the 2018 movie, and I was really good at editing, and I knew how to like put songs together. But those two songs that I just included there almost were in sync. They were almost in sync, and so Simon found out about this. He commented on this video saying that I was really, really talented, and he thanks me for like showing the support on his channel by like being like an inspiration to one of his videos. And he subscribed to me, and I got really, really excited. And I said, "I love Baby Life Creations. He's the best YouTube video content creator ever." And then a year after that, he asked me to be the voice of
Bella Butterfly from Baby Lamb and Friends.
And he was doing it for a movie, which is called Baby Lamb and Friends the Movie, which was a big hit on the internet. And he has me to thank for it. And suddenly we became the best of friends. And I wish we could still talk to each other, which we can on Discord. And we should talk more often. And that is how Simon, Rebecca, and I met.
I see. Now, you have been a part of Weeknight Update for an entire year now, and I thank you so much for joining the show when times are pretty tough for the show. How did you find out about the little show that could?
Honestly, I don't know how to answer that question because it's like there was this little email, and it had the name Kung-E Muller on it. And I think he was a part of the movie too, but with somebody named iMichael. Subscribe to iMichael, by the way. And so you contacted me about this show that you're doing because another show has been like finished. One of the segments on Weeknight Updates with Ellie Muller. And I had no idea what Weeknight Update with Ellie Muller was until Kung-E Muller like contacted me about the show, and you said you were doing a show called Joke Chowder for one of the segments, which is basically a show where they have three contenders and they like tell jokes about a certain person or thing, and then when we get to the chowder of the week, it's like it's supposed to be the best joke chowder joke of them all. And so Ellie told me about this little show, and I kind of got confused about this whole shtick. I don't know the plot. I don't know what was, like, the characters. He wrote a little script, and I was supposed to play Diamond Kinnear, which had the same name as my YouTube channel. And Miss Becky, which I talked about a few minutes earlier, she was supposed to have the design of the Total Drama Island series, but I thought I really messed it up. I kind of got her design like an Elmira ripoff from Tiny Toon Adventures, where she had this kind of long brown hair, a blue skirt with a Joe Chowder logo on it, and some boots I didn't draw. That it was kind of on the bottom of her feet. And there were some other characters like Greg Stevenson, Dave Passions, and there was this character I really liked. It was Joey Headphones. And then where they introduced Gaston was when I met Rocky Bro 10, which I now proclaim that he's my best friend as well. I had no idea what this show was about. I didn't know how the characters were supposed to look. There was this original concept that Dave Passions was supposed to be a bear, but that idea kind of got scratched. And so to summarize, I found it on an email, and I had no idea what was going on. So I tried editing Joe Chowder for myself, and everything went better than I expected.
I see. Well, we're glad to have you. You know, as you know, Joe Chowder's second season begins a week from Friday. And we are planning big things for that. Do you like doing Joe Chowder on the show?
I absolutely have a blast while doing this show and editing and voice acting. I think it's a really fun show. I think my favorite one has to be episode 17, Jamie Foxx, where this one part where somebody is supposed to say the chowder of the week, but every time somebody says it, I don't think anything goes wrong, but it just ends up with craziness. And in this particular episode, Tails just pops out of nowhere and says, "Our chowder of the week," and everybody laughs, and Diamond Kinnear just gets real upset. And I don't know if you can hear it, but at the end of the episode where the credits roll, Diamond Kinnear says, "I'm gonna go play some Tetris." And then the Tetris music plays while everyone continues laughing. I think that was one of my favorite episodes. Oh boy.
Yeah, I have to admit, you know, sometimes we can go a little too far, and we went a little too far, but I think that they were having a good time. Now, you have done a bunch of things on Weeknight Update and on Nick at Night since you started appearing on the show about a year ago. What do you think are the best moments of the show so far?
One of the best moments of the show so far is when Diamond Kinnear and Becky Kinnear get married. It's really heartwarming, and I think it's the best way to end off a season. And I'm so excited for it to be coming back. We're going to see some new faces, Mr. Tables, Mr. Swift, Dave and Jasmina Aladdin. And those particular characters are going to be on Joe Chowder for the second season. And also will be the tiny kids. Lola Loud. I think her name is Lola Loud. I'm not a big fan of the Loud family. I'm not a big fan of the Loud house, okay? Don't hate me. I was really nervous on the first episode of the first season of Joe Chowder because I had no idea what was going on. But now that it's coming back on January 28th, the end of January, I'm feeling a little more excited and a little more confident that we'll be making the show better than it was before. You know, in cases of, you know, editing, music. And I also promise there will not be some naughty bits in season 2. I hope. Well, we're gonna try our best. We're gonna try our best to make more memories and better moments during the second season. So get ready. Do you think that we'll top last year, what we did last year in 2020?
Astounding.
Now, one of our other good friends, Michael, aka Michael's iCast, gave us an excellent review of what we did on Weeknight Update last year. Do you think that we will be able to top what we did last year, in 2022?
I think we'll be able to top it off what we did last year, and I promise this year will be even better. I'm really confident about our strive into good TV. I'll continue to make bumpers. I'll continue to make music. I'm gonna be actually considering to make new music for this show, like original music. Like you can take GarageBand loops and place them in there and turn it into an awesome remix that you'll hear in the beginning with previews, joke chowder soundtrack, and I'm going to be making a joke chowder soundtrack, which will be very exciting because you'll get to hear some of the cast sing their favorite songs. Like I've got one, "You're Cooking Up Something Grand," the joke chowder theme song with lyrics, which we can get Simon's help in if he's not busy. And we'll be able to get some more people on board. There should be a Chowder of the Week song. And there should be a bit where Tails sings with the Barbershop Quartet. Just wait, you'll see. It's going to be great.
Alright, it's going to be tricky, but I think we can do it. As you know, we lost the late, great Bob Saget this past month, and we also lost the late, great Betty White at the end of last year. How did you fall in love with their work, and do you think that the next generation of actors, actresses, comedians, and hosts would appreciate them and their legacies going forward?
Well, I am super, super heartbroken that my favorite actors like Bob Saget and Betty White have passed away. I know it's a very traumatizing event, and I can't believe that Bob Saget died at the age of 60-something, and Betty White died before she can even turn 100. I'm really, really sad to see them go. It's hard to top off, famous actors or famous people back in the decade, because they're really something special. They have something that nobody else has. You just can't beat the originals. But about the next generation, I hope I'll be able to take part in the next generation if I get a job, if I work hard, and I hope Weeknight Update can push me through some difficult times. But will the next generation appreciate their works? Well, it depends on the people that you meet. It depends on the people. If people are stupid and dumb, they might want to have some other ideas of how to voice act or be comedians or host a show. It's really hard to top off what they do, and what they do for a living really makes it special into our hearts. And like I said, you can't beat the original. They've tried, but it's just really, really hard to top off what the originals can do, if you know what I'm saying.
Interesting. Amazing. And finally, would you like to tell everyone what to expect from this season of Joke Chowder?
The new season of Joke Chowder is going to be awesome. Trust me. You'll see familiar faces and new faces. I can assure you of that. You'll also get to see some very special appearances and guest appearances. Also expect for things to be a little bit different from last season. Their studio might be a little different. Rocky Bro 10 will be helping me out with the editing, and Dan the Toon Man will also help us out with the music, and so will the incredible talent of Kung E. Muller. And also the stuff that I mentioned about earlier. Expect those too. You should also expect for some really cool surprises that we have in store for you, but we're not going to reveal them because that will spoil the surprise. We'll just have to wait till Diamond Kinnear and Becky Kinnear come back with some familiar faces from the Hall of Wonders, and it's gonna be wonderful.
That is amazing. Hopefully we will be able to make the season of Joe Crowder amazing. Thank you so much, Karen, for doing this interview with me. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for letting me have this interview, Kungi Muller, and I hope to see you soon. And I hope to see you all soon, too. And for the Greenies watching out there, see you later, Greenies!
Hey, folks, listen. We got another breaking news story for you. Rebecca Caronetta also wants to be interviewed on the show. Isn't this great? Two of the stars of Joe Crowder, or two of the stars of Joe Crowder are going to be interviewed on the show. Isn't that great? So now, here it is, a conversation with Rebecca Caronetta.
Hello everyone, the name's Rebecca Caronetta. Those of you who are new to me or don't know who I am, I'm a freelance voice actor, composer, graphic artist, as well as an amateur writer for upcoming episodes. I am honored to be interviewed for this video, and I just like doing so. As you can tell, I have made some sprites that are only doing voiceover, since I really don't feel comfortable showing my face on YouTube videos, and I want to keep my identity sealed for my own protection. Although I do occasional face reveals on Twitter or Discord or Instagram, but not on YouTube or any other public social media. I just don't feel comfortable doing so. If you're saying, show your face! I was like, hell no. Respect that. I do have a couple of accounts in the description if you want to check on me and such. Anyway, without further ado, let's just get this over with.
Rebecca, thank you so much for doing this with me. I really appreciate it. Now, you have been a part of Weeknight Update now for about 2 years. 2! And you have been through a lot on the show and off the show. What do you like the most about being on the show?
Well, what I feel about the show is that I could just be myself and actually show some improvement so far. When I first got it, I just had the very crappy headset, which actually is in the garbage, as you can tell. And it's actually very... The microphone itself was just too short for reaching my mouth, so I had to put them down. But now that I have an actual microphone and a better headset, by the way, things are looking good so far.
I see. Probably sort of established that, but thank you. Now, Joe Crowder is starting up again a week from Friday, and we have been gearing up for the big premiere. What do you think about Joe Crowder so far, and how can we make it better during the second season?
Well, Joe Crowder is a man, in my opinion, and I don't have an honest opinion about that. Apart from some scenes that escalate too quickly, which actually got way out of hand too fast. When I just find them a bit cringy in my opinion. No offense to you. First of all, falling in love with object shows assumptions is just a misinterpretation if you're in the object to someone who's a member of the object show community. So you might want to be very careful when you say that.
Interesting. Very interesting. Now, you have been working on some object shows for quite some time, too. I mean, how did you fall in love with the object shows? What are the object shows for the people who don't really know what they are? And should there be more object shows in the future?
So, I wouldn't say that I'm a watcher of some object shows, apart from ones that I worked on and like BFB and Anime Insanity and all that jazz. What are the object shows? For a second thing, to those of you who don't know what object shows are, it's actually essentially kind of mixture of Survivor, RuPaul's Drag Race, Hell's Kitchen, like Gordon Ramsay, cooking shows. Basically competitive shows, as well as Total Drama Island. Oh boy, let me tell you, there are a lot on the way, my buddy. You might want to check ObjectCon if you want to see him for yourself, bub.
Very, astounding. Very interesting. I see. Now, you have been friends with Simon and Cameron for quite some time now, and you have known the both of them, longer than you have known me and everyone else on Weeknight Update. How did you all meet?
Those of you who are watching, I met Simon A on Twitter, and BBL Creations was looking for some voice actors on a time for BBL and Friends the movie back in 2019. During the summer of 2019, I was offered the role of Patricia. Patricia, and I. Come on, Brink, think. Come on, Brink, think. Come on, Brink, think. Yeah, so as you can tell, I only just did 2 lines. As for that, the third line that I did near the end was actually improvised. So I'm an improver, for crying out loud. As for Diamond Cam, I think I met again 2019. I didn't know very much until I joined the Discord server. Or the other day. And what I didn't mean by that, I mean just probably last year or so, I don't know.
I see. Now, as you know, we have been showcasing a little bit of romance on the show lately. And I know that you're not that big of a fan of romance. Will you please tell our audience why you're not that big of a fan of romance? You know, if that's not too much of a problem for you?
Well, the reason why is because I'm not into sort of romance kind of thing, unless it's my adultish side, is because I want to keep a balance between adult part and the mature public part. Just to keep it brief. All the kissing romantic and all that kind of in the windows might be a little bit too sexual. And I don't want to get in trouble with the law. You know?
I see. Alright, well, we'll try to keep it clean this year. Now, as you know, within the first few weeks of 2022, we have lost the biggest legends in show business. I'm talking about Bob Saget and Betty White. How have you become familiar with their projects, and do you think that anybody will ever come close to their levels of success?
Yeah, I heard about what happened to Betty White and Bob Saget. No more Golden Girls. And yeah, I feel bad for anyone who worked on Full House. I remember watching Full and Fuller House with my family, who I don't want to talk about out here. And for Betty White, I only know her when she did the grandmother, when she did Grandma and the Lorax. I don't remember her name because I don't watch TV that much anymore. I don't really get familiar with projects apart from Full House. Apart from Full and Fuller House, well, as for that question, I don't think anybody will come that close to levels of sex, but as long as you're happy, or as long as you're doing good for the world, you might. However, there's some people who just went down the bad path, and it's become very disgusting, like pedophilia, zoophilia, and all disgusting crap.
I know, it's tough. Now, I hope that your birthday month has been a great one so far. By the way, happy birthday month to you. You know what? Would you say January is the best month of the year for you, and why?
Well, if you count this year, that's a yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention. I don't know if you noticed, but not only I'm abrosexual, but I'm a demi-romantic. To those of you who don't know what demi-romantic is, it's sort of like demisexual, but I'm not romantically attracted to anyone in the moment, except for a strong connection, which I don't really have at the moment. So those of you who are in love with me or want to make out to me in real life, no, not gonna happen.
Amazing. Well, folks, that is the big interview. Actually, it turned out to be a double interview. You know, because we talked to Diamond Cami and Rebecca Kayonetta at the same time. This is amazing.
Anyway, that's all for now. Ta-ta! And anyway, check out my YouTube channel and go subscribe if you need to. Please, I'm desperate.
Now this is Ellie Muller saying thank you so much for watching this. I'm serious about this. Enjoy the rest of the DNA experiments, and please enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there. Peace out.
Joke Chowder is coming back on January 28th. Now you're probably wondering if Joke Chowder will be better.
Well, we don't for sure, but we will say this. We will not have a tap dancing elephant.
Did somebody say tap dancing elephant?
What?
Should we run?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get busy cleaning things up.
But watch us on January 28th. Season 2 of Joke Chowder is going to be epic.
Joke Chowder returns on January 28th. No, there will not be a tap dancing elephant. Yes, it's on Nick at Night.
Wow, look at all that ice.
You can do a lot of ice skating out there.
Of course, you have to be really good out there.
Well, Kyrell and Anastasia are excellent ice skaters.
Really? Why are we learning about this right now?
Yeah, this is getting ridiculous.
Well, we have an early morning romance story about that.
Yeah, we'll tell you the story.
I hate it when people tell me things at the last minute.
And now, because you're having a hard time skating on the ice, it's time for another episode of Early Morning Romance with Anastasia and Kirill. Isn't ice skating fun, Mama?
It sure is, Daddy. I just can't believe that some people have some problems with ice skating, though.
Maybe they need some ice skating lessons.
Yeah, we could teach them how to ice skate.
Yeah, how can we make it work?
Well, we could build an ice skating school.
Will it help anybody out?
You never know, of course. Not too many people are ready to ice skate the way that we ice skate.
Yeah. Can we ice skate our way now?
There's nobody else here except us.
I love the way you think.
This has been Early Morning Romance with Anastasia and Carol, a casting shoot production in association with Rocky Bro 10. Stay tuned for viewer mail time with Dr. Anna Elephant and Dr. Joseph Shaving Cream and the morning show starring Rebel Wilson next on Nick at Night.
You know that it can't be wrong to be where you belong. In TV land with Nick at Night. It's so right.
Hey, do you have any questions about ice skating?
Well, two people have some answers for you. Dr. Anna Elephant and Dr. Joseph Shaving Cream.
They are also the only people who could do it on such short notice.
Do they even know how to ice skate?
I don't know. Maybe they'll tell us soon.
Hey, it's once again time for something that everyone can't get enough of.
Viewer
mail time!
Sonic!
Because ice skating is not easy, it's viewer mail time with Dr. Anna Elephant and Dr. Joseph Shaving Cream.
Good morning. You're probably afraid of ice skating, and you're already asking questions about it.
So, it's viewer mail time. I'm Dr. Anna Elephant.
And I'm Dr. Joseph Shaving Cream. Let's look at this email from Eddie Piano. Dear Docs, I have tried to do a little ice skating not too long ago, but every time that I try to get on the ice, I trip and fall. Should I keep trying, or am I wasting my time?
Wow. That is an interesting question, but I don't think that you should give up.
Exactly. Of course, you might need to take some time away from the ice before you give ice skating another shot.
Why? Is he in pain?
Well, he fell on the ice while he tried to skate on it. He needs some time to recover.
Good point. How much time should it take?
About a few weeks.
By then, winter will be pretty much over.
Exactly. Well, I think that we've done a great job answering his question, but it's time for us to wrap this up. We'll see you next week.
We gotta skate. Toodles.
This has been Viewer Mail Time with Dr. Anna Elephant and Dr. Joseph Shaving Cream. Stay tuned for their morning show starring Rebel Wilson and the greatest ice skaters of all time, next on every Nick at Night station.
This has been a Casting Shoe production. Watch out for the ice!
Don't worry, Tails. My baby and I will.
Rocky Bro10 is responsible for making this program possible.
Hey, I wonder if he can ice skate as well as he can make shows possible on Nick at Night.
When it's time to relax, there's only one place for better TV today. It's free, postmodern, wild and free. Watch Nick at Night for good TV.
What is Nick at Night all about?
Late night entertainment that you can't find anywhere else.
How can you top that?
Well, Nick at Night does have some of the funniest shows ever.
Hosted by the funniest and kindest people in the world.
Hey, you're not wrong.
I'm into that.
It's also about having a cool band. Don't forget about a robot who wants to shave things.
And a guy who has to buy a table.
And a mailman.
And of course, a lovable yellow two-tailed fox.
The bottom line is this. Look, Nick at Night is about all of those things and more, but it's also about happiness and love.
Yeah. So, the next time that you have those late night blues, don't go to another TV network that will bore you and make you twice as depressed as before.
Stay with us on Nick at Night.
Nick at Night. Happiness, comedy, and a lot of other stuff.
Hey, I'm a random pile of jackets and clothes and things like that. And I just want to say that ice skating is dangerous. Also, be on the lookout. Joe Chowder is returning next week. So, get ready. It's going to be a blast. So, you want to know something about ice skating, right? Well, one of the craziest bits of advice, or pieces of advice, that anybody would have, or anybody would receive about ice skating, is that you should look up and that you should never look down. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. Isn't that the same piece of advice that people would give to someone who is about to fly? Think about it. So what did we learn on this program? Well, we've learned that, ice skating began with skates used by rib bones. And we've also learned that, not looking down while you're ice skating, could also be used for someone who's about to fly. And we've also learned that ice skating, no matter how you slice it or dice it, is dangerous. We gotta move, but here it is, your musical performance time, and a special performance from Miss Hannah Gale. Hey folks, listen, before we get into the musical performance time thing, where I give everybody a special surprise tribute to the one and only Bob Saget, I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the fact that Betty White had also passed away, and that her birthday
had also passed. So, with the help of Hannah Gale and instrumentals by the one and only Justin Canton, who you should check out, by the way, if you haven't done so already, we will be paying tribute to the one and only Bay White. So, with her rendition of Thank You for Being a Friend from the Golden Girls, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Hannah Gale.
Thank you for being a friend.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true, your pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, well, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend.
Bay White, we did this just for you. We're going to miss you down here on Earth, but we got to tell you something. Thank you for always being our friend and for being an incredible Golden Girl. Sail on, Bay White. Sail on.
And now, jazzing your stress away, it's the musical performance time.
For this week's musical performance time, I think that it's appropriate for me to play the original theme song from America's Funniest Home Videos in honor of the late Bob Saget. Mr. Saget, we will always miss you. Thank you for giving us great jokes, funny videos, and to be quite honest with you, thank you for making YouTube possible. God bless you, brother. God bless you. Our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family, always.